Boom shakalaka, what is going on, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and welcome to the 1 year, yes, you heard it right, 1 year live stream. Absolutely amazing. Now, in case you guys were not here in the beginning, yes, I started a year ago, August 21st of 2017. Now it's August 21st of 2018. You can even see right down here, a year ago, my first video, Bitcoin to $500,000. Oh my goodness, really? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Yeah, I've made a bunch of awesome videos since then. What is up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see all of your pretty faces on that little chat box. So, gosh, it's been a long journey since then. So much stuff going on. Went through a hurricane. That was right here. Went through a whole bunch of other stuff, like a bunch of videos that I liked that nobody else did. And then people started liking my videos. And then there was a Bitcoin bubble. And then, yeah, got pretty popular. And now got to drive in a Lambo. And then, yeah, now I'm here where I am today, making more videos. So we'll talk about that stuff. We'll talk about what's going on with the markets today because, let's be honest, the markets just freaking blew up. But I know why a lot of you are here. A lot of you are here for the hot girls, and since I didn't get any this time, I'll just show you back our 69,000 subscriber live stream. We had some hot girls back then. That was a lot of fun, and we just had some music. We had them dancing around, all types of awesome stuff. You can always go check out the 69,000 subscriber live stream a while ago. We got 92,000 subscribers. Maybe we'll do a 96,000 subscriber live stream, like that stuff. But yeah, wow, look at that. Look at me, the unicorn head. So, hope we get to 100. Thank you, Gaston. Yeah, I hope so too. The way things are working out in this market, it'll probably be in about 4 or 5 months, just because things are a bit slow. But we'll get there eventually. Eventually. Yeah. So, yeah, who is that? DeBurned. DeBurned answered it for all of us. Yes, that's true. In case you guys did not see this little candle here. All right, we could go to the hourlies. Boom, look at that hour candle. Bitcoin shot the F up, and it did because Bitcoin price spikes near 6,900 as BitMEX goes offline. BitMEX went offline for like a minute, okay? And the Bitcoin price spiked up, just showing you how much of an influence the futures markets have on Bitcoin. In case you didn't know, historically, since futures came out, for 6 years leading up to the end of a futures contract, Bitcoin price goes down. For 6 days afterwards, price goes up. So we see that BitMEX goes down for a little bit and the price shoots up, which is pretty cool for all of us who have been holding Bitcoin. As you guys who have been watching me every day, I've been talking about this MACD trading strategy, which basically all I do is I trade based on the MACD. So when this blue line is above the orange line, which happened just a day ago, I go from stablecoin to Bitcoin. I've been using Day, but I'm also now diversifying between Day, True USD, and Tether, just because you can't trust Tether. You can trust as far as you can throw it. You can trust as much as you can trust the US dollar. You know? So, went in, made some. We'll see if it keeps going up. It may just be a little fluctuation, but we'll see if that's a little impetus to drive Bitcoin's price up. I don't think it will be, but we'll kind of have to see. Now, guys, I'm here for you today. I'm just here to hang out, have a good time, answer some questions. Oh, yeah. So, basically, this year previously, check this out. Ready? If you go... No, I think if you do this. If you check this out, this is freaking crazy. Look at that. 497 videos in a year. If you think I'm a lazy piece of shit, you're probably right. Almost 500 videos in a year. Who does that? That's almost 1.5. That's more than 1.5. I can't do the math right now. That's like close to 1.5 a day. Someone with a calculator, please pull it out. Do that. Do that, do that, do that. Yeah. So we did a lot of videos, but we're going to do a lot more. We're changing things up. So like my goal initially when I first started the channel was a video a day for 30 days. And I did that. And then after I did that, I was like, well, if I do it for 2 months in a row, I'll get myself a new computer, because I had this old computer that was like 8 years old that took an hour or two to render the videos. So I did it for 2 months, got a new computer. Then I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it for 100 days in a row, which is like 3 months. Then once I got to 100, boom, I said, okay, fine, now I will do it for a year in a row, a video a day, which I have done more than a video a day. Pretty rad. But I'm not doing that anymore. Nope. I'm going to be doing news videos every day at noon. Continue doing that. Still doing other videos. There was a bit of confusion for a while about me doing paid reviews. Yes, I do paid reviews, but yes, I also tell you when they're paid reviews. So I'm not here to confuse you. I'm not here to trick you. I'll say it's a sponsored review, and it will also say paid review. That's one way that I just make money, so that when Bitcoin goes to the moon, I can go to Uranus. Oh my goodness, is that still a planet? Yeah, I know. Anyways, also, what else? So I've been recently nobody gives a shit about ICOs. That's true. No, people like news. People don't want to know about crypto reviews. They don't care about that. But trading is big. So this year is going to be my year of trading. I'm going to do a lot more in trading. You guys who have been following me for a while have known that I have been doing this MACD trading for like 4 months, and it's been working out really, really well. I started back here I guess it's about time I should just pay for a TradingView membership. But I started back here, I think in, I don't know, May, something like that. Yeah, I think back here in May, or it could have been March. I don't remember. Either way, first one I sold, where was that at? Yeah, so basically, I think I sold like 9,500, bought back in at like 6 grand, and then, oh yeah, I definitely started back in March. So it was a couple cycles. So right around 9,500, bought in around 6 grand, then sold at about 9,000, bought back in around 5,800, and then so I mean, trading has been working pretty well just on that MACD trading thing alone, and I've been doing that. It's been working pretty well. I've been telling you guys about that, showing you how to do it. There were a couple times where I just traded back and forth for no gains, like what you see right here. That happened, but it was nice because basically it's a trailing indicator, follows the market. As the market's going down, I just put it in a stable token. As the market's going up, I put it back in Bitcoin. Simple as that. No, I'm not trading with everything I have. It's equal to about, not that much, okay? Not that much. But I'm doing it with more and more. And I've been reading, very good book I've been reading, an Altcoin Trader's Handbook. Okay, interesting book. I'm not too far in, as you can see. Not too far in, but it's interesting so far because I am trading more. I got another book on technical analysis, and I've also been participating in Signal Profits. So that's the link down there where it's Signal Profits. So guys, trading signals groups, there's a quote that says 95% of day traders lose, and that's because most of them don't know what the heck they're doing. But there are signals groups. Some are cheap, some are not. Signals Profits is one of the not cheap groups, but the reason it's not cheap is because you get someone who actually knows what they're doing it. The cheap groups, those people either don't know what the heck they're doing, or they're just copying an actual traders group. So I recommend Signal Profits. That's the one that I've been following. That's the one that I'm starting to use. I'll be documenting that. I'll probably be doing some stuff with Jake from I Love Crypto about that in the future. Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? But I want to know what you guys think. If you have any questions. Biggie Bango asks, so you said you invested $1,000 in MACD trading. How much is it worth now? I don't know because I increased it. I increased it a bit. Okay, so it was no longer. It was working so well that I just put in a bit more money. Wow. At work lunchtime? Where on earth is it lunchtime? Like Australia or something? Good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the ball pay. Let's see who's here. We got Dirty Money. We got John McDonald. We got Edward De Santos, coin user, Kevin DeFilippo, Eigenblade, Crypto Gamers Community Compendium, MG, Joe Cam, what's up, man? Long time. Craig Schumacher, Dapper Crypto, Ash Beasy, Dan Jewell, Alex Smith, Jacob K. What is up, everybody? All right, sweet. Yeah. So, other than that, let's see. What's the overall meta of the market? The overall meta of the market right now is panic. I think that's the overall meta of the market. Because basically, okay, I think we're seeing somewhat of a bottom right around here. Now, whether that's a actual bottom, whether that's a temporary one, it takes like 6 months to establish a bottom. This was February. That's 2 to 8. It's been about 6 months, but you can see it's kind of a descending bottom. Now, some people say there's a bit of a wedge forming here. And what can happen is kind of a reversal wedge where what was previous support, this line here, becomes resistance in the future. That can possibly happen. A lot of people, particularly some skilled traders, they are talking about things like, for instance, a $3,000 Bitcoin. And there was that thing that I showed yesterday, a $3,000 Bitcoin based on cycles. Now, will that happen? I don't know, because Bitcoin, it could get a lot faster adoption. It could. Just because it is digital currency, it's only subjected to Moore's Law, which is, I'm not exactly sure, but we could look it up on Google. But it is just subjected to Moore's Law, which means it'll grow exponentially. See? Boom, Moore's Law. Oh yeah, the whole transistor thing. Boom. Exponential growth. Yeah, I agree. BitMEX goes down for maintenance and the price of Bitcoin spikes. Yes, very fishy. Yes. Why is it? So basically, people are shorting Bitcoin on there. They're going long on Bitcoin. If BitMEX goes down, the price goes up. I don't know, supply and demand. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of manipulation in the market. So on one hand, we have people are just panicky. I mean, basically this market is just shaking out all the people who were just rampant speculators. All the rampant speculators are just gone. I mean, most of them are gone already, but it's really just shaking out all of them. And it could be a bear market for a while longer. It certainly could, to just shake out all the speculators. On the other hand, we do definitely have price manipulation going on here. 100% price manipulation going on here. So futures play a part in there, definitely. Futures play a big part. But also, another part that people don't talk about too much is Bitfinex and Tether. Okay? Tether plays a huge part. Tether plays an absolutely huge part. There was a research paper that came out that in times of heavy Tether usage, the price of Bitcoin spiked. Because basically what's happening is people are hedging their bets with Tether. Okay, the Tether company just prints more Tether out of the air, kind of like the U.S. government just prints more money out of the air. Meanwhile, the price of Bitcoin drops. Then the company buys back into Bitcoin, price of Bitcoin goes up, and they sell. So the company keeps buying Bitcoin at low, selling Bitcoin at high, and just printing more Tether. They're doing that cycle over and over and over again, artificially inflating the price of Bitcoin, manipulating the market. That's one of the reasons why the SEC is not awesome about the ETF. However, it turns out that, market manipulation happens on Wall Street all the time. People get hit with like a $3 million fine, $300 million fine every year. The big companies like Goldman Sachs, like JP Morgan, all of them, they get hit with these fines every year for market manipulation. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because they're making $5 billion, $10 billion, $500 billion off of that $300 million fine. So they don't care because they're making a lot more money. Same thing will happen in crypto. There was the article today, as a matter of fact, where a dude was saying the Swiss bank was very bullish on crypto. They said digital assets are here to stay because they're kind of like derivatives back in the 90s. Took derivatives 30 years to mature. Probably won't take crypto that long to mature. But if you guys remember, there's the world's money infographic. And all of the world's money. Derivatives account for most of the world's money right now. I mean, if we take a look at things, crypto is barely anything. Not even the amount of gold. Gold is a $7 trillion market. Crypto is a $200 billion market. So there is 35 times increase if crypto just becomes gold. But it has the potential to become a lot more than gold because everything, literally everything, can become tokenized. And if you take a look at that, gosh, more than all this money in the gold, in stock markets, in real estate, in global debt, yes, more than all of that is derivatives. So this is where crypto is aiming. Look at all those. Look at all of those. It doesn't end. Finally ended. Finally ended. A lot in derivatives. So, you know, if Swiss bankers think that crypto is here to stay, then it probably is. Can you guys not hear? Give me a 1 if I'm too quiet. Give me a 2 if I'm okay. Give me a 3 if somebody should just turn up the volume on their phone. Ah, my goodness. So let's see, what questions do we have? The TA book. Oh, I have a technical analysis book now. I do have one now. Here, hang on. These are the ones that I am reading right now. Technical Analysis of Stock Trends. This one's a classic. All right, by Robert D. Edwards and John McGee. Okay, this is one that I'm reading. Number 2 that I'm reading is Elliott Wave Principle by Frost and Prechter. All right. Number 3 that I'm reading is an Altcoin Trader's Handbook. And then I am also part of the Signal Profits trading group that's, I think, on that side of me. If you look at where it says crypto-love.com/Signal Profits, part of that group. I think you get a 2-week trial for $7. Pretty nice deal. You can check it out, see if it's good for you. But, okay. Let's see what questions they have. Oh, who knows that Bitcoin is the Illuminati? I love this stuff. So I am a conspiracy theorist. I wonder, who created Bitcoin? Because they want it to be like one world currency. Is it the NSA? I had a whole video on that, as a matter of fact. If you go, my videos, and you want to, I did a whole video on it. Wait, was there? Oh, yeah. Whole video on it. We'll sort by the oldest first because it's way back there. Sometimes you just have to go back and check out those videos. They were not half bad, not terrible. Not terrible, but I did this video. It's coming summer. Maybe I didn't do it. I know it's right around here. There it is. This one right here. Bitcoin topples New World Order. Okay? You could just search that. Bitcoin topples New World Order. It only got 1.7 thousand views, but that was all about how Bitcoin is the NSA, how it's all a government conspiracy by the Rothschilds and everyone else and all of that. Pretty interesting. What if the creator of Bitcoin is watching me right now? That would be pretty cool. I would be honored. Definitely honored. I'm always honored whenever anyone watches me. Even you guys. I'm very honored that all of you guys watch this channel. I mean, I'm just a dude who sits in my closet making YouTube videos on the regular. But yeah, I'm honored and yeah, just very happy that you guys watch. So I'm glad to have you guys around. Ontology or EOS a long-term hold? My thoughts. Ooh, good question. Let's see. I would have to say, number one, I'm biased, but I would say ontology. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm biased. Number one, I'm a huge fan of Neo and what they're doing. Ontology, kind of similar, working together. They have a big ecosystem. They're working on trust. You're also going to they're going to have Ontology gas thing coming out. EOS, while Dan Larimer is awesome, while this is a brand new novel concept, great constitution, everything, I mean, like, great idea with constitution and everything, I do think if you take a look at Dan Larimer's projects, his projects are basically he creates something and then leaves, and the problem is he creates something that's not exactly wonderful. Even though, I mean, BitShares is awesome, Steemit is awesome, EOS is awesome. I just think that they're lacking, like, the oomph, the direction. Because I mean, crucify me as you will for this. I think that aside from Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies need some type of direction in the beginning. I think decentralization over time is a great thing, but in the beginning, they need a bit of centralization to give them direction. Because if, as we saw what happened with EOS, it took a while for people, for even the people to register their addresses to actually get the mainnet up and running, to get it launched. So, that being said, plus, I think, I don't think this isn't my thought alone. I heard Charles Hoskinson say this because he is a genius, in my opinion. He thinks that EOS is going to have to answer to a few questions to the SEC about securities, because basically what they did, where Block One created EOS and then just left with $4 billion of money, okay, that's kind of going to be held up to scrutiny with security laws. So I think for those reasons, I'm not huge in favor of EOS. I know that EOS right now has the most transactions, period, okay? But not the most number of transactions per second, but the quantity of transactions, or the most activity. That's what it is. They have the most activity. I know that they have that, but here's what it is. Because it's free, it's all spam activity, okay? It's all spam. Like, they're just bots doing all this stuff for free. So that's my thought on that. I think Ontology for the win, but those are just my thoughts. I also think Cardano is going to do some amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing stuff. Zencash has a rebrand tomorrow. That is very true. What's it going to look like? I don't actually know. I can tell you from okay, so here's the thing. For those of you trading this, if you already own some Zencash, you're doing okay. Where are we? Let's see. Right? I should just have that playing in the background. Duh. What am I thinking? Okay, we go to CoinMarketCap. We'll go here. Okay, so we go to CoinMarketCap. And if we take a look at Zencash. Now, we see a little bit of a price spike going up to the announcement of the rebrand. It wasn't a huge announcement of the rebrand. People didn't know about it for too long. But if we take a look over the past, whatever. Okay, we've seen a bit of a price spike from like 0.003 Bitcoin to 0.0030 to 0.0032. Okay, so we see that in a bit of a price spike. What I always try and do is compare things to things that happened previously. So we have Zencash, we have a rebranding happening tomorrow. We see a bit of a price spike, price increase going up here. Last big rebrand that I remember is Lisk. So we can take a look here. They had their rebrand back in February. I think it was like the 20, I don't know, sometime. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was like February 20th, maybe, sometime around there, 17th. Right around here, this spike, and then boom, price shoots down. So all of you wanting to buy Zencash and hold it for the rebrand, I would not recommend doing that. Again, not financial advice, not telling you what to do with your money. Read the disclaimer, but I would not hold it afterwards. That's just me personally. If I bought it before, or if I bought it now, I would plan on selling it right around the time of the announcement, or preferentially sell half right before the announcement, sell the other half on the announcement, because chances are price isn't going to go up after the rebrand. To stay in Bitcoin or true USD, help. Okay, so here's the thing. I will give you some stuff to watch while I talk about this. Hopefully you guys can pay attention. But I do not believe in any of the stable tokens. There are some that are less risky than others. Like Day is backed by Ethereum collateralized debt agreements. You guys probably don't want my face there, do you? Let's see. So Ethereum collateralized debt agreements. Tether is backed by nothing. I haven't done too much research into True USD, but here's my thoughts: is that Tether, okay, very risky, but very high liquidity. Day, a lot less risky, but a lot less liquidity. And I think True USD is in the middle. So medium risk, medium liquidity. So what you can do is kind of spread it out among the three. Now, what I've been doing to answer your question there is I've just been trading on the MACD. Now this down here is the MACD, these blue and orange lines. All right, when the blue line, which is the MACD, is above the orange line, the signal line, I'm holding Bitcoin. When it switches, when the orange is above the blue, I'm holding a stable coin. And these basically relate to, we see the blue above the orange when Bitcoin price is rising, and then it trails a couple days, so you don't sell at the all-time highs, but you also don't buy at the all-time lows. But in general, for a market that's going up and down, it tends to work pretty easily for just trading. Because here's the thing, I make 1, 2, 3 trades a month, period, and that's it, and doing pretty well from that. The other thing, I'm going to start trading more, like I said, using signal profits, but for right now, this is good enough. I like that. Christopher said he glad it took the video off. He couldn't pay attention. Oh, Gaston. Maybe if there's a blockchain beach event in Santa Monica, I'll be out in California in September. There's a I don't know what there is, but I'm over in Miami, other coast. Why don't I short in BitMEX if I'm sure the price is going to drop? Because I don't know. And I'm not sure the price is going to drop, to be honest. I believe in Bitcoin. I believe in Bitcoin long term. I think the price is going to go up. I think the price is artificially being held down right now until all these Wall Street people can get in legally. I think that's what's happening. So I think the price is artificially being held down until Wall Street can get in legally, and then the price is going to go bananas. Like 6 figures, potentially 7 figures per Bitcoin. Let's see. What's my favorite non-top 50 crypto project and for what reason? Oh, there's so many. Guys, there's so many good ones out there. So many ones that are changing the world. And get this. I just recently interviewed these dudes from Covalent, if I could learn to pronounce things, okay? I just interviewed these dudes from Covalent. They are basically creating a new internet protocol. This interview here, Covalent, the new internet protocol. They're basically creating a new internet protocol where you actually use the internet like you would normally would, except you own your data. So let's say you create an ebook. You can sell someone that ebook and be like, hey, they can use this ebook 5 times, and then it disappears. All right? Or let's say you go sign up for something and you have to give your credit card. You say, hey, this credit card can be used once, and then it disappears. So they're creating a brand new internet protocol for this. Not to mention, they have like 15 phenomenal computer programmers working for them. Like, it's super hard to find a developer to work for you nowadays because all the developers are working on all these awesome projects. But they have like 15 amazing, like these guys are so good that they dropped out of Stanford, which is like the best computer science school, because it was boring. Okay? They also won they also won, like every single one of them won international computer programming tournaments. That's freaking nuts. The only other team that I've seen that's like that stacked is IOST, okay, with Jimmy Zhang. They're stacked like that too. Another undervalued project, definitely. So, but let's see. If we take a look at the top 50, if we go past 50, what would be the first one past 50 that I really like? Ooh, I think probably Komodo or IOST. Probably IOST. I would think that IOST has a huge amount of potential. Really, I mean, listen, for me, I look at the teams. Can they accomplish stuff? Well, IOST, they have, everyone on their team has had multiple successful companies that they've already exited. All right? Their team is full of like national winning computer programmers, and they're taking their time to develop the next best blockchain out there. So I think that's another good project. However, guys, I believe this more and more, which is why I'm getting into more trading than just, buying and holding, is you can't do better than just hodling Bitcoin. And I'll show you what I mean by that. There's what is that? Twin Telegraph, and we have I think it's some article like that. Here we go. Maximizing altcoin investing, 3 strategies. Bingo. This article here changed my life. I read it back in November of 2017. Basically, it refers to this graph here, which shows Bitcoin versus altcoins in days since launch in a logarithmic scale, so not a linear scale. Still, in a logarithmic scale, Bitcoin is growing, which means it's exponentially growing. However, if you take a look at all the altcoins, all of them, they're all going down. Every single one of them. Not just compared with Bitcoin, but just compared with themselves. There is this one stray one that's going up. That's game.com. Or game token, something like that. But anyways, that's besides the point. There is a whole article about it. So here's how I find it. I type in Cointelegraph maximizing altcoin investing, and then in there's the actual article. Okay, you can read the article. Pretty cool. They take a look at all that stuff. They also take a look at by year. Okay, so by year, hodling cryptos gets worse and worse. So basically just hodl Bitcoin, trade for gains. Oh, this is Willy Woo. No shit. This Willy Woo dude, he's the guy who said that we're only going to see a $3,000 Bitcoin in 2019, and then by 2022 we'll see $116,000 Bitcoin. So he's the guy who said that. Interesting. If you guys didn't see that, let's see. Hopefully he doesn't tweet too much stuff. It must have been, oh yeah, this thing here. So this was the graph that I was talking about a whole bunch of times, where he thinks that Bitcoin is going to drop down because we're in these cycles here. Now these cycles somewhat follow the halvings. So basically that's the halving of the block rewards. So right now I think we're on 12.5 Bitcoin per reward. Before that it was 25. Before that it was 50. The third halving, no, never was. No, sorry, we're on 12.5. Before that it was 25. Okay. Soon it'll be 6.25. So he thinks these halvings kind of pull the bottoms of these elliptical curves. And based on that, he sees a $3,000 Bitcoin in October 2019. He sees August 2023, $160,000 Bitcoin. So he thinks we're a bit further out than what some other people like Tim Draper and John McAfee said. I know, come on 2023. Geez, yeah, I feel the same way. That's a long way away. I think it may be sooner. That's why technical analysis is not an exact science. All right, you can look at the same graph and you can see a million different ways to look at it. So this is one way to look at it. This is one man's opinion. I was just surprised that he was the guy who wrote this thing. He's the guy who convinced me not to hodl altcoins, for the most part. Willy Woo is full of poo. If it rhymes, it must be true. You know, there's this. I read Persuasion, the book by Robert Cialdini. He wrote Influence. That was a big book. Well, in Persuasion, he said that if it rhymes, people are more likely to think it's true. So there you go. All-time high, don't buy. There you go. If it rhymes, it must be true. Thank you for the happy YouTube cake day. I appreciate that. Yeah, Kenneth remembers way back when we were prayed for a sub 10K Bitcoin. I remember that too. I thought it was never coming back, but it came back, and now we'll see what happens. Could a massive electric pulse take out the nano ledgers? I have no freaking idea. That is beyond. I don't think so. Let's see. A massive. Okay, if there's a massive electric pulse, the only way that you could basically destroy blockchains is by taking out every computer that has a copy of that blockchain, every node out there. Okay, if you have an electrical pulse massive enough to do that, I think there would be a lot of other problems that we would have aside from just those computers. Like, basically it would be the end of the world. End of the world scenario for all those preppers out there moving to wherever in the Rocky Mountains. That is your doomsday scenario, and yeah. Any coin that you would stake? I like Neo. I think that's a badass one to stake because you're just holding the wallet. You don't have to do anything. But there are a lot of good ones with nodes out there, staking. I mean, a whole bunch of different staking tokens. Lisk, one of the reasons I got into that was because of the staking. Whole bunch of different ones. Let's see. We still have to hit the despair stage, which comes after capitulation. Possibly. I mean, if there's a significant drop, like if we see a one-day candle that goes down to $3,000, then yeah, that would definitely be despair phase. Yo, Thanasis, my man, out in Greece, what is going on, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you're watching. I miss you. Thanasis and I hung out in Portugal. He came to see me at the Infinite Demand Summit. Actually, he didn't come to see me, but that's where we met a couple years ago. He's a super cool dude. Check him out on YouTube because he is an awesome songwriter, and he makes some pretty sweet videos with some hot girls. Let's see. Anything else? I like the beard. That's why I'm watching the stream at 4 a.m. in Portugal. Awesome, Sophia. Thank you so much for liking the beard. This beard was actually in Portugal a month ago. Do you believe it? You could have seen the beard in person in Portugal, and you missed it. Maybe again. I was in Lisbon. Beautiful city. Wonderful time. I don't eat sardines, but they got a lot of sardines there. Are you too late for the MACD breakdown? No, I'll go over it again. First thing, if you guys want, because this video is here, I made a video on Friday, how to trade crypto in this market, including MACD strategy. Okay, you see where it says there, including MACD strategy. So I go over it completely there, how to do it. I'm not saying it's going to work forever. I'm not an expert technical analyst at anything like that. Okay, I just do this for fun. I've been doing it since back here in March. It's been working pretty well. I've been doing pretty much selling close to the highs, pretty much buying close to the lows. Basically, all you do is when the blue line is above the orange line, you hold Bitcoin. When the blue line is below the orange line, you hold stable token. At the beginning, I was using day, but there's very little liquidity in day, so I did start using Tether and TrueUSD and day, so kind of split out the risk among all of those. Someone also mentioned you could do it on Robinhood with no trading fees. I have not yet looked into that, but that is potentially a possibility. Where is my bro? He is out having fun tonight. He works behind the scenes doing pretty much everything, all of the social media, all of the courses, all of the websites, everything. That's what he does. He makes like all this cool stuff, like all this fun stuff that you can check out here at the swag shop. He does all these websites. He does an awesome job. So I'm very happy and appreciative for him. You can check out everything there. Get shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, a whole bunch of different stuff. Got sweet shirts and 20% off store wide. So big sale on that stuff. You can check it out. The link is right there next to my head. Yeah, the RSI, Relative Strength Index, is another good indicator telling you when to buy or sell. Those are good to work together. So you can add that indicator here. Whoops. Relative Strength Index. Oh, there we go. My gosh. I think it's about time I just buy this stupid TradingView thing so I don't have to keep clicking on all this stuff. I think it's just about time. I'm just very frugal, that's all. So RSI tells you, these lines here tell you when it's overbought and oversold. So when it's oversold, you would want to buy. When it's overbought, you would want to sell. That works kind of along with the MACD. Can give you a very good idea of where things are. You could just, go. So the problem, my problem, let me learn how to talk again. My problem with using just the RSI is I never knew when it would be like an absolute maximum or when it would be an absolute low. All right. I guess you could wait until it gets outside the lines and then do it. But with the MACD, I absolutely know when there's a crossover. So that's why I chose to use the MACD, because I absolutely knew when there was a crossover. Oh yeah. For those other staking tokens, VeChain, you hold VeChain Thor, VET, and you get VTHO. And that, you can hold it in a wallet, or you can hold it on some exchanges like Binance or KuCoin. They both give VTHO. RSI is Relative Strength Index. It's an indicator right here. Boom, right down there. Dude, tell us a joke. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Thank you. I got a joke for you. Okay, so this... so a camel says to an elephant, no, hang on. So an elephant says to a camel, dude, why are your boobs on your back? And the camel says, funny question coming from a dude with a dick on his forehead, or on his face. That's my favorite joke. I love that one. I love that one. There's another one that I have. Oh, this joke is a bit complicated. I kind of screwed up. It's not that funny. Maybe I should stop while I'm ahead. I'll stop while I'm ahead. VeChain is another that never gets mentioned. There was integration of VeChain with WeChat, which is a big, huge thing in China for chatting. However, there was also news today about WeChat closing down some crypto stuff. So, I didn't read the article, I just saw the headline, which is what most people do with my videos anyways. They don't actually watch them, they just read the headline and assume that's true. But, where the heck did that video go? Oh, right? China's social media giant WeChat blocks a number of crypto media accounts, sources say. Some public accounts were suspected of ICOs. Oh, okay. Yeah, can't have ICOs on there. No wonder. No wonder. No big deal. No biggie. Oh. Well, you guys are, One more joke. Okay, I'll tell another joke, see if you can pay attention to it. So, this woman down in Africa wakes up to this giant baboon in a tree next to her house. And so she calls the local game warden to get rid of it. It's like a giant raging baboon. And the game warden comes over with a dog and a shotgun. And he says, okay, so here's what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to go up into that tree and I'm going to toss the baboon out of the tree. And then my dog here is going to clamp on its nuts. And then that's how we're going to get rid of it. Okay? So he then hands the lady the shotgun and he says, you know how to use this? And she says, yeah, but why would I need that? And he says, That's for in case things get hairy and I fall out of the tree first. You know, so the dog doesn't clamp on his nuts. Get it? Yeah, those jokes are terrible. I got a whole book on jokes, and most of them are absolutely terrible. But the good ones I try and remember. Let's see. That was back at our 69,000 subscriber live stream. I met them at the BTC Miami conference, and yeah, had them come over. What else? Any other questions? My portfolio is a joke. Yeah, so day is a token that is only available on it's on BuyBox. I think it's also maybe on HitBTC. Let's check it out. So if you ever want to find out where a coin is available, go to coinmarketcap.com, type in the coin's name, and you'll find out about the coin. It'll tell you the price. It'll give you a graph. If you click on markets, that'll tell you exactly where it is to be found. So it's available on Oasis Dex, on ETHFinex, Kyber Network, Bancor, HitBTC, and BuyBox. Now, I started using it on BuyBox. You can see there was only $100,000 a day of trading volume. Also, a lot of the volume on BuyBox is just bot volume, so it's not actually real volume going on there. So now there's a lot more volume on Oasis Dex and ETHFinex. It even tells you the trading pairs. So here there's Ethereum and Day, here's Day and USD, here's Day and Ethereum, Day BTC, Day BNT, all that stuff. So a lot you can find out on CoinMarketCap. Yes, when you receive your shirt, take a picture and send it to the Telegram group. Absolutely. That would be awesome. Guys, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I have a Telegram group. The link is right there. All right. It's growing. We have like 420 plus subscribers on the Telegram group. And here's the thing. There's going to be an opportunity coming up to win a Bitcoin worth of stuff. I'm just waiting for that to be finalized. And then anyone on the Telegram group will be eligible to win that. So make sure if you want a Bitcoin worth of stuff is pretty badass. So check out the Telegram group. Definitely. Here we go. Oh, Chicago. Rusty, my man. Yes, Chicago. Here we come. Thursday flying out there. Yacht party Thursday night. And then the rest of the stuff, hanging out with Rusty. Gonna have an awesome time. And Crypto Crow. And all these other YouTubers. It's going to be ridiculous at the Voice of Blockchain conference. Guys, if you want to come hang out with me and Rusty, you could come to Voice of Blockchain conference in Chi-Town and eat a deep dish pizza with us, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Indica or sativa? I don't understand the question. Just kidding. I'm gonna trade a Lambo for some hot lesbos. All right, yeah, right on. Oh yeah, while I'm searching for a question, there you go, guys. While I'm searching, you can have that. Because I know my demographic. How about winning a Bitcoin party in Vegas end of October too? Yes, I will be there in Vegas end of October. You guys don't want to see that. You want more of this. There we go. Party in Vegas, end of October. I will be there. How much do I trade with? Okay, here's the thing. I do not trade with anything that I am not willing to lose. So I do not put money I need to live in there to trade with. That's rule number one. Number two, I don't trade with most of what I have. Okay, most of what I have is held in cold storage, not even in my house, in a very secure location. All right. But what I do trade with, of the amount that I trade, in any one trade, I'll only put in 5%. And I put a stop loss on everything that I trade with. So all that stuff, I don't trade with that much. But some people are in different spots than I am. Like some people are younger, just have a little bit of money. They want to go all in. That's what this dude, Nick Patel here, did in this book. He's talking about how he went all in the beginning. And yeah, so you can certainly do that. And sometimes you might lose a lot. Sometimes you might gain a lot. But that's how you, that's what some people need to do. But once you build up a little bit of stack, you don't want to trade it all because you don't want to lose it all. So you trade with a little bit. Top 7 to buy in the next dip. Guys, the longer I'm in this, and I've been in crypto for about almost going on, year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Here's the thing. Shitcoins, you can potentially make a lot from them, but anything that you make is purely speculation, and really most of those coins pan out, so there are a lot of pump and dumps. So I would say not anything past 200, but once you get past 200, a lot of this stuff, the only price manipulation, or basically the price jumps that you see, are just from pump and dump groups, from market manipulation, and I'll show you why. So let's just go into any one of these. And let's see, in the past day, this is why. I can't do it there. All right. I don't know. So anyways, basically anything a small cap that does under we're looking at stuff, anything under $100,000 of daily volume. Really? That stuff can be pumped so easily. That means that somebody comes in. You got to look at this. Somebody comes in with 10 Bitcoin, which, 6 years ago was $10. They come in with $10 that they just held on to for 6 years, and they can make this price jump so much because the order books are so thin. There's nothing going on there. So I don't like to play around with that stuff, but some people do. They make a lot of money. They can pay attention to those pump and dump groups. Me, the top 7 for for the next thing would be for the next market cycle. They may not earn as much as some of the more speculative ones, but I would like to get behind big projects like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like Ontology, like Stellar, like VeChain, like Cardano, like Neo, okay, like some of the exchange tokens, Huobi, Binance, KuCoin, Bancor, things like that. Those are ones that I would like to get behind. Monero, potentially. So that's my answer. Is it freezing? The stream is freezing up. I think it's just my computer's processor is just shitting out right now. I think somebody's just mining Monero on my computer. I think that's what's happening. Definitely what's happening. Yep. All right. Well, if the stream is lagging, then what we'll do is I will just call it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this stream. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a year. I can't believe it. That year went by very... Oh, maybe because this thing's playing. I bet that's why. Probably because that was playing. But, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I think that's what it was, having that video open and playing of whatever. That slowed the stream down, definitely. But, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with a news episode. Until year 2, we'll do some more. But I'll be trading a lot more. So, guys, I'll be sharing a lot more trading stuff on here. MACD strategy, I made that video about it. If you want more, you could check out the Trading Signals group there. Link down on the bottom. Thank you so much, everybody. I really do appreciate you guys watching, like more than you even know. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of the day to watch my videos. Because, like I said, I'm just a dude in the closet making videos. And not in the closet in that way. I very much like woman. Love tits and pussy. But in the closet, like I made a big walk-in closet into a recording studio. So, cool. Love you all. Have a good one. Peace.